Greetings, YouTube. Today we're going to talk about Sir Lord Ranger Tekan. Him. This is his character sheet. Yeah, it's often dusty. I have not looked at this in a very, very long time. Virgin vinyl. Okay, now this is the type of character sheet that I did back in the old days. This was done on a typewriter, I believe. I actually did not have access to a computer at the time, so I actually did use a typewriter to create this particular character sheet, leaving blanks in here so that I could fill things in as I went. So we have name, Tekan. I stole that from some literary reference that I never even read, so I apologize if you know what it is and I don't. Race, we used that term back then. Human, sex male, class ranger, alignment, chaotic good, age 37 when I retired him at level 26. Height 6'2", weight 200 pounds, hair blonde, eyes crystal blue. Yes, I was a absolute stereotype. Okay, now the stats. Strength 1800. Of course it was 1800. Did you expect it to be anything else other than 1800? Back in the day, if you rolled an 18, you then rolled 11 percentiles to get a bonus to your strength. It was the only stat that had percentiles to it, though I believe there were some people that did home rules that allowed other stats to have that. And if I remember correctly, it gave you a +3 to hit and +6 damage. And a +3 under like the guise of 3.5 or Pathfinder is only a 16. So yeah, it was a different world. Intelligence 17, wisdom 14, dexterity 18, constitution 18, charisma 16, body proportions, which was a stat we used from something else, maybe at a Judges Guild or White Dwarf or something. 18, facial appearance 18, and vocal quality 18. Oh yes, we were playing absolute and utter Mary Sue's. Hit points 198. It says 212. I can't remember what the percent parentheses is for. Armor class -10, because you lower the number, the better. That was with a shield, -6 with no shield. 26 level, I had 5,600,000 and 500 experience points. I was +3 to hit, +6 damage, +3 to hit with missile weapons, ranger bonus versus giant class, +26. Yes, every time I hit a giant with a weapon, any weapon, I would get a +26 damage. I was really good at killing giants. Languages, Brownie, Centaur, Common, Dwarven, Elven, German, and Universal. Or Common. I don't know what the Universal was. I think it might have been science fiction, if I remember correctly. Yes, we didn't actually... We had broke it down into like Brownie and Centaur, but it should have just been probably Sylvan, if you looked at it through the lens of a more modern game. Paralyzation, petrification, rod, here's my saving throws. So paralyzation, poison, and or death magic 3, petrification or polymorph 4, rod, staff, or wand 5, breath weapon 4, and spell 6. There's an item for money, but there's nothing listed. I don't know how much I had. Didn't really matter, probably. Then I'm going to give you a quick rundown of these magic items. Some of them will be explained and some won't. Some will be self-evident. Vilgamil, which is a sword, very powerful. Crystal of the Ebon Flame, that's an artifact. The Dagger of Leduc, that was very powerful. Katerinon, which is a city with +5 chainmail. Kazroot, a +2 shield, a +5 shield. I can't remember why I had both of them. Boots of Elvenkind, Helm of Comprehend Languages and Read Magic, a Medallion of Magni, which was a holy symbol. He was a worshipper of Magni, one of the sons of Thor. A Magic Lance, 2 bags of holding. Portable Hole, which I did not mix. Extra spatial pack, portal to entrance to Naikuna, which was a place that we owned. A pouch of holding. A ring of spell turning, a ring of wizardry, 4th level. A deep red Ioun stone. Eyes of the Eagle, lasso, and ropes, which were indestructible. +2 studded leather. I used that as when I wanted to go into a disguise, and I wasn't quite so knightly looking. A medallion of ESP, 2 figurines of wondrous power, Onyx dog, and these were unlimited duration, of course, so I had the Onyx dogs out at all times. Figurines of wondrous power, serpentine owl. Figurines of wondrous power, ebony fly. Crystal ball with telepathy, of course. Necklace of adaptation, pearl of power, 2nd level. Net of entrapment, net of snaring, rope of climbing, rope of entanglement. And it says additional magic items on inside sheet. So I think that I actually, hold on a second. I gotta push my drawer in so I can look at this thing a little more easily. Did I actually have a sheet inside here? Because these are all, sorry. No, I did not. So must be somewhere else in here. All right, then we have companions. I have Manal, who was a sylph, who was my wife. Tegel, who was a human sylph hybrid son. Sigard, who was a Pegasus. Little Wing, who was my pseudo dragon familiar. Gurney, who was my best friend, Richard's character, who was both a human/dragon. Drumor, Asgardian dwarf, he was my friend. Melinda, who's a human magic user, who was a friend. And Wendell, who was a follower of Gurney's, who was an elf. I don't remember what class he was. Then we had followers. My followers were Karak, who was a werebear. Charlotte Bandifor, who was an elf, who was a cleric magic user. Rahib, who was a greater true dragon. Yes, I had a greater true dragon as a follower. We had a sword of sharpness, which I had a little chart in here, so I'd have references to it. Then weapons proficiencies: longsword, longbow, lance, mace, lasso, staff, dagger, techno firearms, hammer, spear, and hand axe, which I wrote in by hand. I must have picked up those later after I made this sheet. Adventuring information, and it breaks down everything I needed to reference when I wanted to get into combat. So it's like strength bonus, +3 to hit, +6 damage. Then it says normal weapons versus giant class. Vilgamil with normal strength bonus there. Vilgamil with giant strength bonus, because I believe I had a belt of giant strength at one time. Vilgamil versus giant class. Vilgamil with giant strength versus giant class. Natural 18 or higher, severed limb. Natural 20 steals a life level. Innate magic resistance was 5%. My pseudo dragon's magic resistance was 35. Vilgamil when drawn with 15%, +2 saving throws versus spells. All 3 swords drawn. That was a group thing. We had a party where we had matching swords, and when they were all even used at the same time, they gave us a bonus. All 3 swords with 24%, +3 saving throw versus spell. Keternon, which is the +5 chainmail, gives a +5 saving throw versus all physical spells and spell-like function except lightning, because, metal. Then it gives my spells up through 5th level. I had both Druid and Magic User access to both Druid and Magic User spells. I don't remember why. I 10 first of each, 10 second Druid, 8 Magic User, 8 third Druid, 6 Magic User, 4th level, 6 Druid, 4 of them in Magic User, and 5th was 4 Druid, 2 Magic User. Lots and lots of spells. Number of spells has been doubled due to the Magic Dagger Ludak. The Dagger Ludak adds a 5 levels to the Ranger bonus versus Giant classes. Well, of course it does. Then I was the equivalent to a 14th level Druid and a 17th level Magic User. How, I don't remember. And a 13th level Martial Artist. He can shape change into a non-magical animal form at will, once per round, without a limitation on size or duration. I thought that was just a bunny, but maybe I'm wrong. So I could shape change into animals. This was wild shaping, but kind of, sort of, well, it was, we're godlike things. 60-foot intravision with a permanent spell, 60-foot ultravision with a permanency spell, A mind blank spell has been permanently on me. And also, I also always know the locations of the Asgardian Bifrost Bridge, and regardless which prime material plane it happens to be on. And I got that from a wish. Someone asked, I was given a wish by like a Nordic god of some variety, and they said, what do you want? I said, I want to always know where the Bifrost Bridge is. And I knew. Then I had the Mind Length spell written out here because I'm pedantic. Then we had the Medallion of Magni, which actually gave me a +2 armor class and empowered my strength to an 1879. I don't know how it got any higher, but okay. We got Kazroot, which was my shield, which all kinds of things that it could do. Wow. My magic lance can't break. No, the armor was Kazroot. The shield was Caternillion. Ring of Free Action, Ring of Warmth. I had a Ring of Warmth. Light Flash, blinding from. I have no idea how that happens. Sword Ring of Samaj. A +4 longsword stored in Whitestone Ring can be drawn at the speed of thought. Blade equal to a light spell, 120 feet radius. Then I had a katana, which was it will never rest, where it will always work as the better of the two when using with two swords. Sword will slay ghosts on a natural 18 or higher. When sword is drawn, a smooth, light breeze will blow in the direction of the wielder is facing. God, we were such absolute Mary Sues. Then we have all the other crap I carry. This is the mundane stuff. Like, I broke it down to like, okay, this is the large belt pouch and all the things that were in the large belt pouch that I had on the belt and all the things that were on my belt. Then we had the property which I owned, which is probably both in a pack or one of my bags of holding or my portable hole. Just unbelievable amounts of stuff I carried. Addition to or new mundane items on the inside sheet. Let's see. Do I have one? Is there an inside sheet? Is there an inside sheet? Let's see. Is there an inside sheet? No, there is an inside sheet. Okay. I must have you put it someplace else. Then we get into adventuring info. Vilgamil. Here's the sword Vilgamil. This should be absurd. The sword which has become a Vilgamil is forged in the ages gone by, but lay hidden in the small weapons for it. Yeah. It is a +3 to hit, +3 damage normally, +5 to hit, +5 damage against true giants. Double damage against Giant Slayer. On a natural roll of 20, a life level is stolen. On a natural roll of 18 or higher, a limb is severed. Also has standard powers possessed by all magical swords. Locate object, 120-foot radius. Detect magic, detect alignment. Strength, Storm Giant, 6 turns per day in 1-turn segments. Telepathic communication with its brother swords and their wielders within 224 inches, which I think is 240 feet or 240 yards, depending if you are an inside or outside. Yeah. Sheds light. It has intelligence of 17, an ego of 15, and is of chaotic alignment. It speaks German, Fire Giant, and Storm Giant. When a sword is drawn, the wielder can gains magic resistance. But yeah, okay. His brother's swords are drawn right. When thought, even though Thor's ego is high, it will never attempt to overthrow the wielder's will. The only exception is if the possessor is in danger. So yeah, absolute and utter insanity. So the first present and only owner of the Vilgamil can, being above 14th level, gains 2 physical attacks per round and 1 spell. I don't know why. Then we have the Crystal of the Ebony Flame. I think this was the Ebony Flame. I think this was out of the GM's guide, I think, possibly. It's an artifact. This is a beautifully formed diamond-hard mineral in the size of a hand. Gives me clairvoyance, featherfall, fly, possessors immune to fear, cure blindness, suggestion, total fire, heat resistance. User has limited omniscience and has request and may I request the DM to answer one question per game day. Oh, gods. Oh, gods. Boy, were we... Okay, then we got the Dagger of Leduc, or Leduc. I don't know. I can't remember where we got this one. It's a plus, of course, this is a +4 Vorpal Dagger. Of course, it's a +4 Vorpal Dagger. Yeah, okay. Intelligence, got an Eagle of 21. It's gated good. Detect precious metals, locate objects, teleport 1 time per day, clairvoyance, language, silver dragon, gnome, and Nixie. So apparently I couldn't talk to it. Okay, a bunch of stuff like that. Now we have some magic items over here. Here's the magic items. Arrow of Slaying Undead, potions, animal control, plant control, and diminution. A dagger +2/+3 versus large, I guess. +5 longbow. Of course I had a +5 longbow. 21 +1 arrows, 20 +2 arrows. Nolzur's Magic Pigment, Bag of Beans, Gauntlet of Climbing and Swimming, Rod of Lordly Might. I loved a lot of Rod of Lordly Might. I would love to actually have a Rod of Lordly Might. That would be so damn cool. 3 Death Lances? The hell is a Death Lance? Coning's Ointment. Is it Coning's Ointment? Those you painted on things, and I think was the healing one? It was the healing one. That's it. 7 Adamantine Blades. I don't know what they were for. A cornucopia, which creates food. Of course I had one of those. Figurine of Wondrous Power, Marble Elephant. Of course I had a Marble Elephant. Then we had more over here. Well, no, sorry, this is the same list that was edited. So I guess I had edited that one down and made the other one. Then we had my wife stats. Of course I have my wife stats. Why wouldn't I have my wife stats? Because I'm a pedant. Then we have my Pseudo-Dragon stats. Then we have Sigard's, my Pegasus stats. Then we have a section on companions and some technological devices my character possessed. Because, well, of course I did. We owned a space station. I had 5 Black Ray pistols from Gamma World, 14 Laser pistols, 17 Mark V blasters, 6 Needlers, 13 Slug throwers, a Stun Ray pistol, 5 laser rifles, 11 Mark VII blasters, Stun rifle, a Gauss rifle, energy mace, paralysis rod, stun whip, vibro blade, another vibro dagger, fusion rifle, had some Chemex grenades, energy grenades, fragmentation grenades, photon grenades, poison gas grenades, stun grenades, tear gas grenades, and torque grenades, T-O-R-C. I had CDPA and CDPB. I don't have a clue what that means. Concussion bombs, fission bomb, fusion bomb, alpha matter bomb, a beta matter bomb, a delta matter bomb, 50 micro missiles, 25 mini missiles, a mutation bomb, 10 negation bombs, 2 neural bombs, SDP, what that means, I don't know, 5 neural surface missiles, neutron surface missiles. Of course, I had some neutron surface missiles. Why wouldn't I? 5 negation surface missiles, 5 fusion surface missiles, 5 concussion surface missiles, a Trek bomb, and a grenade launcher, just so I could get the grenades further away from me. 13 survival packs, 3 Medicats packs, 2 tech packs, a Vermilion... I had some Vermilion gin. Why? An animal bioscanner, 2 hollow flares, a pleasure globe, a bottle of scotch, 2 Dura Alloy handcuffs with magnetic keys, a traffic baton, Dura Alloy canister, 4 sheath armor, 4 sets of plastic armor, 5 Dura Alloy shields, 4 Dura Alloy longswords, a hollow cube, a personal Enviro rig, 2 portents, which were like force field tents, 5 radiation suits, 50 meters of nylon fish line, and an energy cloak. Of course I did. And medical supplies. What did I have over here? I had some pain reducers, some sustenance doses, interrupt doses, stim doses, cure-in doses, suggestion doses, accelerate doses, anti-radiation doses, flat, plastiflesh spray cans, omnicin, antiseptic spray cans, medikits. Yeah, the medikits were obscene in and of themselves. Then we have gems. Oh, I have an entire page of gems. I don't need to go through the whole list of entire page of gems. But one of my favorite was a 5,000 gold piece star sapphire, which was the pommel of my saddle, because of course it would. Then a breakdown of what the survival packs, med packs, and tech packs were. I believe I designed those myself. Then we had some mundane items, 6 320 gold piece throwing daggers. I have no idea why. 5-foot Dura-Ally pole with telescopes up to 10 feet. A bracelet with a holographic projector built in, programs images. Oh, it's a photo album. A sea dragon tooth, and gems worth which shine at night. 7 of them. Of course, why would I have 7 of those? Then we have a martial arts chart, which I think came out of a magazine, and I typed it out and then made photocopies. And this essentially was kind of a version of the monk skills, but for other people. So you could take martial art levels, and you could do you would have an effective AC just because you were really dexterous, but you weren't wearing armor. You'd get unarmed attacks, and then your attacks would do more damage than a normal person would. And then there's my spell list, which is all written out. There's my spell list, all written out, because boy am I pedantic. Then we have Nakuna, which is a space station, orbital space station, which my friend Rich created, I believe. It permanent residence, 3,790 people, and they were all on our payroll. We were very, very well off. Oh, wow, this thing, it has 10 docking bays. Oh, wow, there's like, breaks this down to all kinds of different, it was a O'Neill habitat, I believe. No, it was an O'Neill ring. It wasn't a habitat, it was one of the rotating rings. Okay, what else? What's this? It goes, list of unusual ship stores and values. 190%, 90% osmium ore load in ore form, worth 1,000,000 credits. Frontier farming package, exotic spices, special liquors from Perganon, bubble car, Acme robot shipment, 10,000 square meters of moleculite cloth, 2 prefab broadcast generators, and a prefab AB think tank cybernetic installation. We don't, isn't everyone? Wow. All right, there's even more details on that one. And military functions, and we have a little sketch here. I think Richard made this little sketch, which was a rough breakdown of what the ring looked like in each section, what it was dedicated to. And the section in the middle was actually a solar panel, and then it even goes into some greater detail. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. Some greater detail of what each section looked like if you kind of blown up in to look at it. Then we have over here, we have Karak, which was my werebear, which was a bear that could turn into a person, as opposed to a werebear, which is a person that turns into a bear. This is a bear were. Pretty tough. Had a 20 strength. Of course he did. And magic items and all kinds of magic armor. He was well kitted because I was bloody fabulously wealthy. Then we had my elf cleric magic user. She was also kitted good. She had some good stats. They weren't as good as mine. That's not a real shocker there, seeing as I was, godlike. There's some notes from my buddy Richard. And this, I'm not going to bring this out, but this is a folded chart. This chart folds out until it's I believe, 4 sheets, and it's a chart showing the advancement of a true dragon over time and each ability they pick up as they get older. Then we have some information on the dragon in question. And then we have Erna is a were Matoni. These are the stats for the Matoni, a creature that exists in the southern tropical jungle of Jarna. They are much like winged tigers of great size and strength. They are found in tropical areas where they live solitarily unless they are raising young. They are very territorial, but seldom fight amongst themselves, which seems contradictory. Manatoni have a great is it Nato? Noti? I can't remember. It may be Indian, I'm not sure. Have great strength and stamina, making them difficult prey and fierce predators. They could also change into human form. What a shock there. Then we have the Assassin Guild's training song. I wrote a song about being in an Assassin's Guild? You've got to be fucking kidding me. Nope, I wrote a training song for the Assassin's Guild. Oh, I'm really hesitant to read that. If anyone wants to hear that, you tell me. What's this? This is Vokan's character class, a character sheet, who was another character I had. Vokan's going to get his own video. Then we had Goth. He also was a follower at one point, and he should get his own videos as well. Then we actually had a picture of what my spell book looked like. So that was the cover. And then if you flip that over, I list the spells here. So I had an actual spell book in my player character sheet. So right here I have an actual spell book listing all my spells. I'm kind of surprised I didn't have how the spells were created and the formulas for them. Though it doesn't have any 5th level spells listed. I don't know why. So yeah, we'll give Gurney and Drumore will get their own videos because they are richly deserving of it. I played both of those characters at different times, and I thoroughly loved playing them. Yeah, this is absurd. But that was high-level first edition D&D when we also crossed it over with Gamma World and Star Frontiers, and we went to numerous different prime material planes, and yeah, it was madness. But we loved it, and I didn't regret a minute of it, even if it was totally stupid and over the top and Mary Sue characters out the yin yang. But yeah, we had a hell of a lot of fun, and you can't get that back. There's no returning to that. You will never be 17 years old again and playing high-level characters with your friends all night long, sprawled out across a living floor. Never. And no matter how much you may love the OSR movement, yeah, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. But it's some great memories, and I don't regret it. I'm really, really happy I have this character sheet, man. This is just friggin' awesome. Alrighty. So thank you for being here for this absurdity. Tell me what you thought. And if any of you out there have any first edition player characters out there that are just as absurd, I would love to hear about them.